All right, guys, thanks for stopping in. I wanted to go over real quick how I create my epic panning shots. Now listen, I'm not telling you that this is the only way to do these shots. I've posted things in the past and people have said, oh, you should be doing it this way, you should be doing it this way. Whatever, this is just how I do it. So if you like my shots, this is how you accomplish that same effect. First and foremost, it's all gonna come down to what camera gear you're using. If you're using something that doesn't have great autofocus, then I would suggest that you pre-focus the area that you're going to shoot first. What I mean by that is if you see where your subject is going to cross through your scene, then I would focus on that point of the road or that point on the ground and pre-focus your lens to that area. And then when they come through, your camera's not going to think about focusing. It's already going to be there because you've already pre-focused and put your camera on manual focus. If you have something like the A7 IV, then that may not be an issue for you. And if that's the case, what I suggest you do is put it on a wide focusing patch, continuous AF, and use that for your focusing. Put your camera on 1/15th or 1/30th of a second. Now that may change according to what kind of subject you're focusing on. If it's something like somebody running or somebody riding a bike, 1/15th might be fine. But if you're focusing on something faster, like say a car or a motorcycle, you may want to speed that up to like 1/30th of a second. The next thing I would tell you to do is pick an ISO that's going to be comparable to give you the right exposure for the shutter speed you're trying to achieve. The most important thing in this series is your shutter speed and your follow through. And we'll get into follow through in just a second. What I usually like to do is now choose my aperture. Where I like my aperture usually is very, very closed down. So I like to try to shoot anywhere like f8, f11 to ensure that what I'm going to try to achieve in focus is actually going to be in focus and I have a little bit of leeway. This also helps me control the exposure. Okay, when you're shooting 1/15th or 1/30th out in the daylight, that's usually going to overexpose your image. So I try to pick a stop down aperture of like f8 to f11. The next thing I would tell you to do is play with your ISO. Now I try to use the lowest value possible, say something like 100 to 200 ISO, but that's all going to be dictated upon based off of how your exposure looks in camera. If you're using something like f8 at 1/30th of a second, you might be able to get away with ISO 100 to 200. Now, after you've set up your camera completely, there's one technique that I would suggest you do, whether you're using autofocus or you are using a pre-focusing method. Now, that is to put your camera on continuous burst, okay? What I mean by that is your shutter should be like, okay, it should be fast, because you're probably not going to just pick one frame. I've done it before, but your success rate's a lot higher if you're shooting consecutive frames in a row at a high shutter burst, if that makes sense. The other thing that is extremely important is your follow through. Don't just take the shot and stop when you think you've gotten it. You have to go completely through the scene. So what I mean by that is focus on your subject coming, take the shot and follow through all the way until you're done shooting and keep following through. That follow through is going to ensure that your camera and your subject are moving at the same speed. That's the goal that you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to accomplish the fact that you are moving at the same amount of speed as your subject as it comes through your frame. The other thing that I suggest you do is start out with your body already shifted to one way or another. So what I would do is I would stand at the end of the follow through and I would twist my body towards the scene when the subject is coming. And that way it makes it that much easier to follow him through at a consistent rate and end up at the normal stance. I wouldn't stand straight on and I wouldn't stand facing the subject, because then when you try to twist follow through, you're not going to have enough body movement to complete your follow through. You're going to get stuck. I wouldn't do it standing straight on either. I would always stand at the end point, facing the end point, and twist my body towards the subject as it approaches the scene, and then follow through all the way into the end. If you take these tips that I've given you, 1/15th to 1/30th of a second shutter speed, your lowest possible ISO to give you the right exposure based off of your f-stop, either pre-focusing or using a competent focusing system like something on the A7 series or your Canons or whatever, okay? And ensuring that you're using proper body technique and follow through, there's no way that you're not going to achieve an epic panning shot. I hope this helped you. Please check the links below, and I will see you on the next one. See ya.